And we have all kinds of exciting new tricks that we need to learn. But first, let's review what we talked about yesterday. We dealt more with JavaScript events. This time, not just button clicks, but also form submissions. We continue to use add event listener, which we know takes two arguments. First, the event that you're listening for as a string. So click, submit, mouse over, mouse out, whatever. The second argument is the function that you want to run when that event occurs. And some events have default behavior. So when you submit a form, there's something that happens by default, whether you tell it to do anything or not. And sometimes you need to prevent that thing from happening because it spoils all your fun. In that case, you can call prevent default on an event object. And lucky for us, an event object is passed as an argument to all of our event handlers. So we used prevent default yesterday to keep the form from ruining all our fun. We learned how to access form data given a form. And we got the form through an event object again because it was the target of an event. Given that form, you can access its elements either through a property called elements, which is an array-like thing. It's not an actual array. It's not an actual array, but it is an array-like thing containing all of the form elements. Or if you've given your form fields names, the form will just have properties with those names, and you can access them that way. So form.flickName, that sort of thing. And we know that to get the value out of a text field, you can call a property called value. We did a little more manipulation of the old DOM. We still have text content, which we can use to either read or write the text that's in an element, the actual contents. And we learned to use inner HTML to do the same, but this time we can mess with elements that are inside other elements, not just text. But as we learned, that's a little risky because if you're accepting user input and then spitting that stuff back out onto the screen, they could put malicious things in there like script tags and the like. And you could have a cross-site scripting issue that way. Isn't that right, Lewis? You Snapchatting over there or something? Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. Insta? Doing the Insta thing? Isn't that what the kids are calling it? So, in addition to inner HTML, we know we can create brand new elements by calling document.createElement. Just pass it a string that tells it what kind of tag you're making. And voila, you have a new element as a JavaScript object. But it's floating in space, right? It's not on the page yet. So we have to actually add it to the dang DOM. To do that, we need to add it as a child of an existing element, for which we use append child. So we're going to do more with this stuff today. And then we're going to learn all about arrays, collections of things, right? We're going to learn all about objects, which are like dictionaries in some languages or hashes in some languages. And we're going to dig more into functions and how those things work and the different ways of making them and what the difference is between those ways of making them. So you ready?